So let's open the Acrobat program and let's open our first PDF file and see about the environment. On my taskbar, I have the Acrobat icon. I'm going to click on it, and in here, I've got many different options. This is called the welcome screen. In the welcome screen, I have the ability to look on the left-hand side and perform several different tasks. For example, I can see that I can go to my recents. I can go to any documents that have been shared with me. This is a new feature with DC. I can work on scans that I might have scanned from a scanner, hardware that I would have gotten. I can also work on the pulling files from my computer, the document cloud, which we're going to talk about later. I can also pull from Dropbox or Google Drive or OneDrive. And I can also look at files that have been shared with me. Big focus here on sharing and working with the cloud information. Over here to the right, you can see any files I've worked on in the past, and you can see that I can just click on them to load them up. What I'd like to do is I'd like to go to my computer and point to the location where those files are. When I click on my computer, it does bring up the last location that I've stored files at, and you can see here desktop and other places where I might have stored some. Here I've got the Acrobat Beginner. When I click on it, I can see the files that are in here, and it is showing only the PDFs. I have other file types in this folder, but only the PDFs are showing because this option here is selected to show just the PDFs. I'm going to open this PDF and bring that into the program. Now, once the program comes up, you can see that the application is not full screen. To make it go full screen, I can click on the full screen icon, and you can see the document now fits full screen. One thing about the Acrobat program is that I can change how I view these documents and how I scroll through them. As we work through the menus and the interface, I'll show you how to take care of that. To start, I like to work on the top at the beginning and work my way down. The File menu, Edit menu, View, eSign, Window, and Help are typical to any programs that you might work with in Windows. For example, the File menu is where you would go to save or print, to open or close, that kind of thing. Edit menu is where you go to cut, copy, and paste and such. So a couple of different options there. The View menu lets you change the view of your environment. And as you can imagine, I've got a couple of different toolbars that are showing or not showing, toolbars and task panes. We'll go from there. And then Help allows you to get help. A lot of these programs we don't get manuals for. Instead, we get this digital help available to us. And with Adobe, you do get tutorials. A lot of the help menus in the Adobe programs provide you tutorials for free to teach you how to use these programs. Again, because Adobe knows that they're not easy, that they can be complicated. Once you get past the menu bar at the top, we do have a different tab menu here. So Home takes me back to that welcome screen where you can see that I opened the files. Tools allows me to work with the different categories of tools that are available within the Acrobat program. We'll talk about these a little bit later. And here's the tab that represents the file I've already opened. Below the tabs, I have what's known as our standard toolbar. The standard toolbar does have grouped into sections different tools that are available for use. On the right-hand side, I have what's called a task pane. And on the left-hand side, if I expand this area out, I do have my navigation pane. This navigation pane allows me to navigate the document. For example, if I want to see the thumbnails of each page, here they are. And I can collapse or resize this so it only shows one at a time instead of two side by side. So working in the environment, I get to do whatever I'd like. Now, one of the things I would like to do is I would like to make it so the document fits where I can see the entire page on the screen. If I go into the toolbars here at the top, you can see there's a zoom level in the center. So working with the document itself, there's these tools to let me zoom in and zoom out. If I hit the minus, I'll start zooming out a certain percentage at a time. If I grab the drop down, I can choose that percentage instead. So I can go 150%, which is probably where it was when I started. But I can hit the plus sign to also zoom in if I wanted to. I'd like the document to fit to screen. So I'm going to do a typical shortcut key within Acrobat or any Adobe product, which is Control-0. Pressing Control-0 will make the document fit to screen. And now that the document fits the screen, I can see the information for that cover page of this particular document. I can use the scroll wheel to scroll up and down. This particular document is doing what's called a continuous scroll. Some documents don't open up with continuous scroll. If I go to the View menu, and then I go down to Page Display, you can see Enable Scrolling is set. Some documents open in what's known as single page view. Now, I find this to be a little jarring because when you get to a certain scrolled point, it jumps to the next page, and to me that's a little jarring. So if I use my scroll wheel now, you can see it's going from one page to the next. If I'm zoomed in, however, it will scroll down a certain point to the page, and then all of a sudden it jumps to the next page. And again, like I said, I find that to be jarring. So I like to set it to view and do page display, enable scrolling. I could also do a two-page view. This document was created with what's known as facing pages. So if I click on this, I can get an illusion of what facing pages might look like. I say an illusion because the document actually was split in the wrong place according to this view. The cover page should not be with the haunted savanna, but that's what's happening here. It's just side-by-side view. And it is jumping from one page to the next because it's set to view without the scrolling enabled. So I'll do two-page scrolling, and now I can scroll up and down. So we can work with the hand tool to move around. So if I zoom in far enough on the document and I want to move around, I grab the page with my hand tool and I can move it around. Grabbing the arrow tool lets me select the document and select elements within the document when I'm editing. Okay, so that's what that's for. Now, there are other ways to jump or navigate into this document. You can see here I'm currently on page 1 of 4. I can use these arrows to go down to page 2, 3, and 4 in this regard. It lets me go from one page to the next. You can also see on the page navigation panel here on the left, I can also jump to those pages using these thumbnails. We're also going to be talking about bookmarks later in the lesson. And bookmarks allows you to jump to a specific set of text or a specific point within a page, whereas the thumbnails does the entire page and it starts at the top. I'm going to do Control-0 to go back to my full screen, and I'm going to go to View and set it back to single page. And I want single page scrolling, Jim. So under View menu, I have similar tools to what I've been doing. I have been zooming in and zooming out using these shortcuts that I explained. So you can see here I've got the ability to fit everything to page level at Control-0, or I could fit the page with Control-2, or Control-1 is to do the actual size, which is where I started from. At the same time, I do have other tools that are available on this toolbar. Standard tools for saving and printing, sending out to the cloud, and all the way to the right, I can add comments and do some other things. In another lesson, I'm going to teach you how to customize this toolbar that we see. On the right-hand side, I have what's called the task pane. Now earlier, I showed you the Tools tab here at the top, which breaks all of these different tools by category. But at the same time, these tools are available here to the right, as long as they've been added to that task pane. So for example, I can edit the PDF at any time. I can go to Tools, and in this Create and Edit section, I can choose to edit the PDF, or I can choose to open or remove the shortcut. The shortcut's here on the right-hand side. If I come over here to the right, I can click Edit, and now I'm in edit mode. Each of these tools have their own set of toolbars. So now you can see that I'm in edit mode. I have a different set of toolbars. I have to go here to the upper right to close out of this. Now one last aspect of the toolbar here at the top, the standard toolbar, is the fact that I have all of these share options. Remember, Acrobat Pro DC stands for Document Cloud, and Document Cloud's all about sharing. So I can share with others, I can share via email, or I can create a link, get the hyperlink for this, and share that hyperlink with somebody so they can go in and start working on this document in whatever way. So within the Acrobat environment, there's a lot of ways to work with your documents. Opening a document is the first step, and now that we've got a document open, we can learn the rest of what we need to in order to work in the Acrobat environment.